Okay, so we're going to come back to this project in months and years to come.
I would have thought so.
So we've got a genuine Series 1 right-hand drive car, right?
Correct. Yes, yep.
And in terms of how many of them were made?
I think in right-hand drive it was about 1900. From 64 to the middle of 1967.
And what were the upgrades from the original Series 1s, the first cars that were introduced?
All synchro gearbox, reclining seats, or better seating anyway than the bucket seats of the 3.8, and better braking.
And what did you have to do to get this car to the state it's in today?
Everything. It's basically had all new floors, inner outer wings, bulkhead sections, new doors, bonnet. That's on the metal wise, and then obviously everything mechanically wise has all been rebuilt.
And what about the colour that you chose for this car?
Well, the colour I haven't chose it is because on the heritage certificate it is actually opalescent silver grey with red interior, so that's the way I'm going with the vehicle.
Now, we discussed about automatic cars, and they
Yes.
didn't make automatic Series 1s, is that right?
Well, they made automatic Series 1 E-types, but they were in 2+2 form.
Okay, so what upgrades have you made to this car beyond its regular spec?
More or less, the only upgrade I've done is put Series 2 brakes on it, front brakes and back brakes.
So it's going to go to the upholsterer?
Yes, yeah. I've known them for many years, but they're BAS and they're in Wales. Their interiors, or even if you just want a door card, is excellent.
Did they do the red car?
No, that was done by Suffolk and Turley.
Right, so there is the engine.
So everything about this engine is as was specified for the Series 1 cars in this is 1965 car, isn't it?
Correct, that's right. Completely rebuilt engine, as in the gearbox as well. All the carbs have been rebuilt, all the braking system, radiator.
Where did the bonnet come from?
I think it's 16 different panels. See, it's a very large jigsaw. They're all new panels. That's what I say. I traced new panels, new original stock panels, put them all together.
And hope that they all fitted.
Well, they don't fit. It's as simple as that. Then once you actually start to put it on the body shell itself, it will be a mile out. And then you have to start again dressing it and cutting, welding and making sure that the bonnet fits.
Tell me a little bit about the switchgear here. Now, in the early Series 1s, this is a Series 1 switchgear arrangement, yeah?
It is, and it's exactly the same as what a 3.8 would be, but on the early 3.8s, this bit would be aluminium, an aluminium dash, and it would follow through down here, aluminium, up to about mid 63 latest.
And they dumped the flat floors.
Yes, they dumped the flat floors very early.
Very early, yeah.
Yeah, very early, yeah. I mean, no one could, anyone over 5'5", 5'6" couldn't get in them properly.
So fitting and creating doors, tell me about this door.
Just because it's a small door, you think it's a lot easier to fit. It's not. They're very, very difficult. And these doors are individually tailored to each car. So if I took this off this car and put it on another car, it would not fit. Simple as that. Because you could assume from 1965 to now, this car door would have been rotten. So you need to change the door.
Yeah. How do you go about fitting it?
Well, basically fit the door first, and then you'll find either this gap's too big or too tight as you go round it. And what I do here, these were too big, so you lead this area and bring the lead out to the door and then shave it to get your gap. These door handles, they don't fit correctly, so you have to drill the holes out better. Inside the locks, when you buy the new locks, they don't work correctly, and you have to work them and make them work correctly. All this chrome round here can be terrible to try and get the gaps correct. And in the end, you have to make a compromise to a certain degree. Because these cars are not computer made. If they were, then everything would just fit. again, from the factory, they wouldn't have been this good. They would have been good, but they wouldn't have been this good because they needed to get the vehicles done.
Yeah.
And at the price, they needed to be out the door. So I think we're going over the top nowadays with getting the gaps 100% and whatever. But it's nice to see them like this.
And it makes a difference when you're actually sourcing a car to have a car that's got good fitting panels.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
of course.
yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
And you can spot it a mile off, can't you?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.